Welcome to Show's World Gamers, Josh here, and we are back in Competition 40. And today we're going to be taking on the survival mode, but here's a sneak peek of this week's challenges. We got Metroid, Excitebike, Mario 1, 2, and 3. But before we jump in here, do me a quick favor. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you enjoy the videos, hit the like button. All right, but we can go in here and go ahead and take a look at each one real quick. So for Metroid, we got Power Grab Ball. Now, we did jump into these and kind of just check them out a little bit. We haven't finalized our scores or anything, but next up, we got Excitebike with Cool It. We got Mario Bros. With Hit the Bricks, where you have to break 20 bricks. I haven't really figured that one out, what the strategy is on that one yet. We got Mario 3, 1-1 of a kind. And we got Mario 2, A Whale of a Time. All right, well, let's get in here and see what we got. I may struggle on these because I've definitely been struggling. All right, so we're going to jump into survival mode. So as always, we start off with 8. After the first round, we drop to 4. After the second round, we drop to 2. And then we go head-to-head for the championship. And we're going to get in here and see if we can get a dub today. All right, so let's take a look. So we got Marcus. We got a couple international players. We got Smoke Wee. All right, whatever, dude. We got Dan Earp, 13182, and we mostly a lot of international players in this round. All right, so Power Grab Morph Ball. We got to grab the Morph Ball as fast as we can. It's pretty self-explanatory on this one. All right, we got first. Wasn't a super smooth run though, but we will take the first place finish. All right, just about everybody's done. All right. We lost a lot of international players. We still have some international players moving. Marcus and then the Ice Smoke guy. Moving on to round 2. All right, okay. Man, do I play it safe or do I go for the super fast time? I think I'm going to have to play it kind of safe here. If I can... All right. Maybe I shouldn't have played it safe. Oh my goodness. If we survive here, no. Yeah, that wasn't good. That wasn't good by any means. All right, Marcus is moving on against the international player. We're jumping right back in here. That was brutal. I always go for the speed run way, so not doing the speed run, I was totally thrown off. All right, but we got a new group here. We got Travis, we got China, we got Drum Boy, we got Dad Tendo, we got a couple international players, and we have Lovo. All right, so this is another one that I'm really struggling at. I'm just not quite sure how to do this one fast. We got to break 20 bricks as fast as possible. All right, we got second. Not great. Not great, but we're moving on. We're moving on. As well as Lovo, Drum Boy, and an international player. We did lose Dad Tendo, Travis, and China. All right, we need to lock in. We are struggling. All right, man. I'm just going to go for the fast way. If I fail, then we'll switch it up, but all right, that wasn't it. Oops. All right, we got first. If you watch our other video, you'll see the fast way to get through this, but there's a jump right at the beginning that if you don't hit perfect, the whole run's kind of ruined. So I decided to kind of go for the safe mode through there, and we were able to get first. All right, so coming down to this power grab, let's get the dub. Let's get the silver cup, and we'll move on to the really hard gold cup. All right, here we go. Why is it shooting? All right, we got first there. I'm not sure if there was an issue with my controller or what was going on there, but it kept shooting for some reason. So, but we got the dub. All right, so there we are. We got the victory. Let's go. Silver cup. Taking it. All right, so we got a second, a first, and a first. No S's there. Definitely struggling. This could be bad news for the gold division, but we'll see what we can do. So we got Flake, Fight Knight, Owl Dog, Shadow Weaver, I don't know what that says, Dave, and an international player. All right, we're starting with Hit the Brick, so I guess we'll see what we can do here. Been struggling with this one. We got to finish in the top 4. All right, we got second. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what the best strategy on that one. We still got to figure that out. All right, everybody's done. But we did do good enough to make it to the second round. We lost Owl Dog. We lost 98. We lost Dave. We lost Shadow Weaver. So we got Fight Knight, Flake, and an international player moving on to round 2. All right, man. All right, let's go for it. Let's go for it. Let's see what we can do. And that was a mess up. All right, we got second. First place, I think first place must have hit the trick. I missed it right at the beginning, which slowed us down, but we were still able to get second, so we are moving on to the finale. All right. Man, this is a hard-fought group this week. Maybe we should have practiced a little bit more before we jumped in here, but hey, that's what this is for. This is for practice. So we haven't finalized our scores. We haven't gotten everything down just yet. All right, so we did lose everybody but Flake. All right, so one-on-one in the finale. Flake, we're coming for you. We're coming for you. All right, here we go. All right, look at that. We got first, barely. Barely. All right, well, we got it done. We got it done. We took the dub in the Gold Cup. So we got the dub in the... Look at that, a second, a first, only one S rank. And we had to get that S rank because that was a tight race on Excitebike. But we got it done. We got our Gold Cup, we got our Silver Cup, and we survived another week. But hey, still having a blast with this game. Definitely, we got some practice to do on these ones. We've just gotten in and kind of tried them out a little bit. We haven't finalized our scores, but we will be jumping in and doing that. So check back Monday. You'll see what our final score is, and we'll see how we stacked up against the rest of the world. But I want to thank you guys for joining us on this video. Do me a favor if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. And if you enjoy these videos, hit the like button. Show's World, out.